So luckily today, we won't have to sit in too much traffic. I don't see any other motorcycle vloggers sitting at any traffic. I don't see any motorcycle vloggers in Chicago. I think I might be the only one. I guess I don't do my research very well. Yeah, I don't know how often I will vlog, but we'll see how it goes. Kind of just doing this for fun. I'm a commuter, so most of my vlogging will happen when I'm on my way to work. Potentially on my way back from work. Depending on the time I leave, sometimes it's standstill traffic, other times it's pretty light. Today is pretty light. So we'll see what we can do about this traffic. I do love having Waze up. It gives me the estimation of how long it's going to take me to get to the office. Today, it's only 20 some odd minutes. Sometimes it's 45. It makes me really sad that I don't see other motorcycles on the road most of the time. You'd think that a big city like Chicago would have more motorcycles, but I guess not. There's a handful of guys at work that'll ride, maybe like 5 of us. But the other guys, they all live outside of the city. There's nobody in the actual part of the city. I'm sure some of you are thinking, why doesn't he just go ahead and lane split? It would just make a hell of a lot more sense. But lane splitting in the state of Illinois is illegal. I have found this out the hard way. I actually was lane splitting, and the cop was very persistent along the shoulder. First, you can pretend like you didn't see him, but he did a good job of bobbing and weaving through the crap in the shoulder, and he was yelling out the window. Thankfully, it was only a warning. Speaking of the cops, they're up there. Thank you, Waze. I haven't seen the highway patrol on their bikes yet. They usually come out when it's a lot nicer. This morning is about 50 degrees, which is the best you can ask for early on in the season. I'll ride in the 40s, but I prefer not to. Some days you just gotta ride, though. And motorcycle riding has its benefits, except for when you're sitting in traffic. Bike gets hot, just sit on top of the hot engine. That's not a fun time. When it's cold, it's nice. Put your hand on top of the engine, warm it up a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty rare that I see a motorcycle on my commute. I really hope the audio portion of this works out. I tried recording yesterday and I failed. It's just been a rough week, man. I guess I have to get used to talking out loud, usually on the ride in. Not talking out loud, because that's crazy. A little bit of music right now would be nice. Probably don't want to hear me sing. So the motorcycle I'm on is modified. I cut pieces of it off all over the place. It's a modified 2005 Harley Sportster Roadster 1200. You'll notice that my gauges are mounted Down there, I've got a Speedo and Attack that I cut off the top. I relocated to the forks. I put one of those cafe fenders on the front. Not sure how I feel about the look of it. I don't know if you noticed, my stripes are kind of ghetto looking. I put them on. They're electrical tape. I'd like to think that I'm a little bit crafty. The bike looks good. If I'm not riding, I'm usually working on the bike. It's an obsession that helps keep me sane. During the summer months, all I want to do is ride. Got a few seasons of riding under my belt. I think this is my 5th or 6th year riding. You should always try and cover up. Otherwise, you get some really weird-ass tan lines. Tan would stop at my sleeve on a short-sleeve t-shirt and go to my wrist. It looked pretty silly. Looked like a panda or a thundercat. Work buddy of mine just took the motorcycle safety course to get his license. He passed. He's very excited. It's always nice to welcome another rider to the group. Even though I have a little bit of experience on a bike, I still do some bonehead things. Earlier in the season, took the bike up to work. I was waiting for some guys to meet up so we could all ride out to lunch. Stopped the bike, turned it off. Forgot that I left it in gear, and as soon as I fired it up, things started to walk. Took me with it, and I just fell over. I've been down more than once. It's embarrassing, but it's all part of having a bike. To you guys that have never dropped a bike, good for you. I figured it was going to happen, so I did it in my first year. I did it last year. That happens. Nearing the end of my ride. Luckily, I get to reverse commute going outbound rather than inbound. Into the city, you see it's a little bit more backed up. Thank God most of the construction's done. Made my commute worse. Also, you gotta be careful for the rocks that'll hit you in the face, or in the shoulder, and the leg. The big ones really hurt. Once I got hit in the shoulder so hard I thought I got shot. The tachometer down there makes it a little bit harder to gauge my speed. But I figure if I'm passing everybody up, I'm probably going pretty fast. If everybody's passing me up, well, I gotta speed up. So, not too hard to figure that out. Alright, I guess I'll sign off here for the day. Now the ride's opened up and I'm also in the office. Hopefully we'll do this again. Hopefully this audio turned out. Peace out!